iFanboy's coverage of the New York Comic Con is brought to you by Seagate, the storage of choice for creative professionals.
I'm here with Sina Grace. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. So we've been enjoying your work on Little Depressed Boy, but here at the show you launched your graphic novel, Not My Bag, right?
This is a truth.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So how has that been to have a graphic novel launch at one of the biggest shows in the country?
It's been cool to, for the first time, have people like hunt me down. And working with The Walking Dead, you see people always do the like, I need that exclusive, and to see that directed at me was a little new, I guess. Yeah, it was just unexpected and really, really nice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, Not My Bag is a kind of an autobiographical tale, right? About your adventures in retail? Or?
Yeah, I did a couple months at a department store, and it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So bad that I thought I should share it with the world. And the thing that makes it different is there were some things going on in my personal life that added to the drama. So it kind of came out like this Devil Wears Prada, Black Swan, Gothic story. And the only thing that isn't real is just how like physically dramatic it was. There were no physical altercations, but when you're reading the book, all of the fucked up shit people say to each other and all of the interactions, all that's real.
Right.
So
what made you decide to do the graphic novel and to kind of open up this chapter of your life to share with everyone else? Because it's pretty personal. I mean,
I wish I knew. Like honestly, when USA Today announced it and I saw the article online, I almost vomited. I was like, what am I doing? Like, what was I thinking? But you know, if you're not telling that kind of story, then you may not be telling the right story. And I've learned from experience that if it's important to you, it'll be important to someone else. So to me, it was just like, might as well.
Yeah.
That's my logic.
So in the approach to doing it, I thought it was very interesting in terms of the artwork that you did, because I've been reading Little Depressed Boy, it's great, and that has a certain look, but your style changed a little for this book. Like, how did you approach the composition of the book?
I wanted to push myself, and I wanted it to be the best I could do, or something that I would admire, because at this point with A Little Depressed Boy, I'm proud of it, but it's a set style, and it's a little dirty sometimes, and it's a little loose. And for this book, I wanted it to be almost dreamlike, so that way you would question what's real, what's not real, what happened, what didn't happen. And then I wanted it to be a little whimsical, so I was definitely drawing on a lot of Edward Gorey, Craig Thompson, and I was watching a lot of Pushing Daisies. So
those are good influences.
Yeah. So that's where I was going, and whether or not I did any of those things justice remains to be seen. But yeah, that's where I came from with it.
Yeah. Well, the whole black and white indie autobiographical kind of genre is one of my favorites, and I think it's there hasn't been as many. I feel like maybe it's just being sentimental, but like years ago, I thought there were so many great books, and it just seems like we don't get as much. So I was psyched to see something like this come out.
That was not a question, but I will say thank you.
And he called it out, the first person to call it out. No, but so was that something that you were cognizant of? Like you wanted to fill in that genre? Or
this is the worst thing to say in the world, but I definitely was like, when I designed it and when I set up the size and even picked the paper, it was all in the tune of like Persepolis and Mouse, like just the shape of it. And I'm nothing like those books. Like my book is not about the Nazis and the Jews, but retail has nothing to do with the revolution in Iran, but I was thinking like there hasn't been a book like that for me in a few years, and I wanted something like that on the stands. And for retailers, they could say, "Oh, you liked those books. Here's something like it. It's a little kookier, it's a little more fun, but it's in that vein." And that's and that was my approach on the aspect of the physicality of the book, was to draw people back to kind of Mouse and Persepolis. Yeah. So
now you spent time working for Skybound on the editorial side.
No, never.
But so you have experience as an editor, being a graphic novelist now and kind of self-editing yourself. How much did you pull back? How much were there areas that you wanted to put more in, but you're like, no, I want to do less is more here? Or was it tough to kind of self-edit your own graphic novel, that sort of thing?
It was a mess. No, well, the thing I learned from Robert was just like how to kind of get in, get out when you need to, and then also just learning how to how to make the important moments matter. And the problem is I should have followed Robert a little more than I actually did, because I did not really, the structure was a little bit of a mess and it was a little loose. But yeah, maybe I could have been a harder editor on myself, but I was a little busy. But I wish, I could have approached my own work the way I was helping these other guys out and talking to them about it.
Well, it's a tough balance when you're writing and drawing it and doing everything, and it becomes a singular kind of voice, and to kind of, that's why I'm always fascinated by work by, single writer, artists, graphic novelists. How do they know where to stop, what to put in, what to take out?
The deadline becomes it. There were entire characters that I just had to delete, entire stories. And it was funny because when you're getting down to it, and it's just, you just have pages to draw, and you're like, well, I need to do this scene with that person, and then it's like, oh, but I'd have to introduce them, and then they're gone in 2 pages, and you're starting to think about, a reader and the cast, and they can really only glom on to 8 people. Yeah. So you have to consider that, and in one graphic novel, there's no point introducing 20 characters. So, at the very last minute, I was like, they have to go. They have to go. It'll just be this other character. It'll be just this other character. And it was this mad genius moment, which probably doesn't even matter to the reader. But to me, I felt again, when I was on 40 hours of no sleep, these were the best ideas in the world. Yeah. So deadlines are the editor now.
Yeah, fair enough. So on Little Depressed Boy, you and Struble are plugging away on the book?
Yeah. Having 2 jobs made it really hard, but we're coming back to a monthly schedule, and we're taking a little bit of a break from the solicitation just so we can catch up and come back monthly. And we've got some great bands that we're working with. I think if you've seen, every issue now is just really the characters coming into his own, and all of the little minor story threads are building up to something. And our little adventure is getting bigger and better every month. So I'm really into it.
Like I said, I mean, it's another genre, the kind of the real life kind of romance, kind of slice of life kind of genre that is underrepresented in comics, and especially added music. It's a perfect book for me. So I'm loving it. So thank you.
That makes me happy. Yeah. No, yeah. Always. You just have to create for yourself, right, and you'll find people who like you. And we found you.
Hey. So now that Not My Bag's out, what's next for you? I mean, A Little Depressed Boy and anything else? You gonna do some more graphic novels? Or?
I'm gonna beat you up. I just finished a book. I just finished 2.5 years at Skybound. I need a break. No, I am.
Well, now we want more. Now we see what you could do. Yeah.
I don't sleep. There will be a digital treat that I really can't talk about coming out very soon. So the internet will have news on that, and then I'm working on a few other things, between LDB pages that will come out in 2013. And if Not My Bag does well, there was room for more storytelling. There's so many characters I cut out, so there could be a Not My Bag 2 or That's My Bag. So we'll see. But for now, sleep.
Hey Connor, what's up?
I don't think this is an iPad.
It's not an iPad. That's a Seagate GoFlex satellite.
It's not. So it's not. What does it do?
You can put a bunch of media on it, movies, pictures, music, and you can stream them to your digital device. This has a Wi-Fi signal, sends it all out there, so if you have an iPad or an iPhone or lots of other devices, you put the Seagate app on there, and you can access all that media without filling up that device. And it's great for traveling, or if you've got kids and you need to give them something to do, or if you're at this convention and you just want to escape for a little while with a flick.
So I can put a movie on here.
You can put a lot of movies on there. That's a big old hard drive.
What about a song?
Yes, yeah.
Can I put a movie and a song?
You can, yes, you definitely can do that.
Where's the screen?
That's going to be the other device.
I see. So I put a movie or a song on here, and I do this, and I hear the movie or the song?
Do you hear something right now?
I hear the ocean.
Yes, then that works for you.
So where can I get this?
You want to go to seagate.com/iFanboy. iFanboy viewers can get 10% off one of these or the other stuff going on. And these are really cool devices, very useful. And once Connor figures out how to use it, you will also appreciate it.
I don't have a pocket.
Yeah, you have Trinity. You want to use one of your other pockets.
Oh, I have a pocket here.
Pockets. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It fits in my pocket.
It does.
It's warm.